Welcome to Shifted. I'm Kimberly Romano, Indian wedding photographer turned brand photographer and human design reader. And as an entrepreneur since 2007, I can tell you that I have experienced it all, from starting from scratch, bunch of pivots, hitting six figures, and even experiencing burnout doing what I love, to shifting to what success really means for me. So why shifted? Literally, the most common remark that I hear when I'm talking to my clients and colleagues is, I never thought of it that way. And that's the reality of getting something that we have never had before. There has to be some kind of shift. So whether that's your energy, your perspective, your approach, your belief, without shifting one of these, you will find yourself reverting back to old habits and the reality that you're already in. It might even lead you to question that you're capable of real change and that this is as good as life gets. But I'm here to tell you that if you know deep down in your heart and soul that you are meant for more, there's a shift that needs to happen in order to get you there. And that's exactly what this podcast has been created for. To open up your mind to a world of new possibilities of what shifts that you can make to bring the change that you can't stop thinking about. So here's what to expect with this podcast. It is not going to be your typical business podcast. There's not going to be a formal introduction with music lined up to it. There's not going to be any small talk to get the conversation going. These are going to be short, to the point episodes, little planting of seeds of what can you do during your day-to-day to shift what you're experiencing in real time. Even if that is just to get you to pause and take a deep breath before going into your next action or making your next decision. You'll also hear stories of real life conversations and the shifts that I have experienced on this crazy entrepreneurial journey since 2007. Hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss a single shift that helps you get to the reality that your soul is craving. This is my invitation to you to try this new podcast and see what shifts for you. Hi, I'm Kimberly Romano, Indian wedding photographer turned brand photographer and human design reader. Thank you for tuning into Shifted, the podcast that is here to spark a shift in you that creates big change in your energy, perspective, and direction. And if this episode sparked a shift in you, then subscribe and leave a review sharing what your shift was. Not only will this help others discover this podcast, but your shift can inspire them to have a shift of their own. Please remember, the content you hear in this podcast is for entertainment purposes only and should not be taken as legal, health, or financial advice. For professional guidance, I encourage you to seek out a trusted expert near you. Thank you again for tuning into Shifted. Until next time, keep leaning into the shift.